And you know that the perping goes so deep to the point where I already try to avoid family members that were always already envious and jealous of me anyways, out of their own reason. They're in a one-sided competition or one-sided beef with me that honestly I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't really do anything to these people, or I never really had anything to say about these people before I woke up to the perping. And I felt like people got offended because they just knew I was sure of myself and that I was somebody who I basically isolated myself because that's where I found peace. And I'm not like the rest of the family I was born into where, they thrive off of drama, talking down on other people, and basically creating conflict out of nothing, out of thin air. So that wasn't really something that I seen as progressive or entertaining or something I wanted to partake in, these low energy type of activities. So I really always separated myself from my family, even before I knew about the perping and the gang stalking and the organized harassment and all the things that they were involved in and coming against my life. Really, honestly, I had genuine love for my family and genuine, care, because I honestly wouldn't think people would go this far. But when you're a TI, people will go as far as possible to cross you. And one thing I want to say is that I've noticed as a TI, right, you can distance yourself and create boundaries and gray rock these people, give them no reaction, try your best to, only go inside just to maybe use the restroom or the necessities, take a shower, maybe heat up some food, and then, go back outside and stay out the way. I've moved like that for a few years now while I'm planning my bigger move, that I don't speak on too openly, to eventually, permanently be away from these individuals. But you can minimize how much you're around these people to protect your own peace and your own energy, right? And it seems like that if I'm ever like, let's say for example, in the driveway in my car, just here, just, vibing in my own space, not bothering anybody, not doing anything wrong, just watching videos, or, you know what I mean, just here. Um, the perping and the whole envy and jealousy thing that family members are involved in, it's like they get people they're connected to in on it. That's what I'm saying. It's like it spreads, it's really like they'll be perping you, and let's say they bring a friend around. That friend starts saying subliminal things out loud for you to hear outside purposely. Or like, let's say they have a girlfriend or somebody they know they bring around. That person will start doing subliminal things and saying subliminal things out loud as well. Or dressing a certain way or color coding a certain way. And for the most part, I ignore it. I don't acknowledge it. I don't let it be known that I know what's going on. But it's just like, man, the amount of like pettiness and insecurity and just overall levels of just being a hater that go along with this program, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, people that my family are associated with, that I've never spoken to, not once, are perping me when they come over here. It's really, it's like, it spreads. That's why I say this stuff is like, it's like a virus. It's just, so I automatically assume now at this point anybody associated with my family is already a perp, and anybody that comes around is already a perp just because, you know, they've been involved in it for so long, perping me. So that's what I've noticed. That's just one thing I wanted to touch on in this video.